Daniel,
Wow.
what did you see?
Mama, a bigger fish.
It's called narwhal. Honey, Daniel is learning something new.
Whoa, Daddy saw your painting. Daddy's black magic will surprise you. Place this order for my son.
Order confirmed.
I think we got it, the life we wanted. It feels like everything is
Sleep, baby.
going our way.
Wow.
Mother Earth, I'm connecting to the future.
Are you ready? Ready.
Let's start.
We are live.
Hello, world.
Days as if we just take it. There's no reason we should waste it. There's no miss. Ready now for all that's coming. We're standing at the edge of all that lies ahead. We got it, the life we wanted. It feels like everything is going our way. I think we made it after all the waiting. It feels like everything is going our way. We put every doubt behind
Daniel,
us. All the
Wow.
hope we hold
what did you see?
defines us.
Mama, a bigger fish.
It's called narwhal.
Tomorrow and every single day.
Honey, Daniel is learning something new.
Whoa, Daddy saw your painting. Daddy's black magic will surprise you. Place this order for my son.
Order confirmed.
The life we wanted. It feels like everything is going our way. I think we made it after all the waiting. It feels like everything is going our way. The day is ours and we can take it. Open up your arms, embrace it. Oh, I think we got it, the life we wanted. It feels like everything is
Sleep, baby.
going our way.
Wow.
We are live.
Hello world.
Days ours if we just take it. There's no reason we should waste it. There's no miss. Ready now for all that's coming. We're standing at the edge of all that lies ahead. We got it, the life we wanted. It feels like everything is going our way. I think we made it after all the waiting. It feels like everything is going our way. We put every doubt behind
Daniel,
us. All the
Wow.
hope we hold
what did you see?
defines us.
Mama, a bigger fish.
It's called narwhal.
Tomorrow and every single day.
Honey, Daniel is learning something new.
Oh, Daddy saw your painting. Daddy's black magic will surprise you. Place this order for my son.
Order confirmed.
The life we wanted. It feels like everything is going our way. I think
Hi everyone, my name is Ken. Now I work in Huawei Cloud, focusing on building AI medical platform services. I got the doctor's degree of computational biology from Chinese Academy of Sciences, and I majored in machine learning and drug discovery. Today it is really my pleasure to introduce you what Huawei Cloud do in healthcare area, and we have built a healthcare AI platform. Its name is EIHealth platform, and I will also introduce you what we have done recently to fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. And let me first introduce you the technique architecture of the healthcare AI platform. The platform is built on based on some basic components of Huawei Cloud. It is including some such as Atlas Kunpeng and also some PaaS service, and the platform is also built based on the big data and AI technology. Uh, sorry. And based on this, we have generate some management capacities, especially for the medical data, pipelines, notebook, and services. Also, we have a pipeline to build the knowledge graph, and we can also collect many AI models in our AI harbor. And based on this management capacities, we have accumulated a lot of healthcare assets, such as the auto machine learning technology for the genome data, and also the deep variant. Deep variant, it is originally designed by Google. It is used the convolutional neural network to detect the variation in the genome sequence for the mutation calling, and using technology in Huawei, we have speed up the speed into about 3 times. So now the Huawei accelerated version of deep variant, it will cost about only 1/3 time of the original one, and also we can maintain the same precision of the data, and the total cost of the money and cost of time is very lower than the previous one. And also we have accelerated the GTK, also a famous software for the mutation calling. And also based on the knowledge graph building pipeline, we have built drug and gene knowledge graph. And this is GRUMAX. It is well-known software in the molecular dynamics area. Using GRUMAX, you can find the most stable situation of a small molecular, or the most suitable or stable condition of two moleculars interaction. And but to run it, it really costs a lot of time. And in Huawei Cloud, we have accelerated speed up the into about 10 times. So now, if you want to run GRUMAX, you can use the our accelerated version. Yeah, and also we have also accumulated many public datasets. Many of the datasets are from the research work of our research team, and we published the data on the platform, so users can use the research result of our team directly. And based on the healthcare assets, we have built many healthcare applications, such as the Genome Analysis Center for the CT-based patient screening and the electronic medical record-based AI diagnosis, and also for the drug virtual screening and the AI-based drug design models. And using these applications, we can contribute to three main areas of our interest. That is the genome, clinical area, and the pharmaceutical area. Each area corresponds to different customers or users, such as the biotech, or academic institutes, and this is for the hospitals, and this is for the maybe some AI drug startups and also some pharmaceutical companies. And to the genome, to all of the three areas, they have the very big business challenges, such as the genome data is very huge and expensive to compute, and the genomic AI modeling is very difficult for beginners in some scientific research. And also, it is very important to offer an enterprise-grade AI modeling platform for end-to-end medical imaging. And for hospital research, the privacy is most important. And in the drug discovery area, computation-aided drug design and AI technology can lead in the industry development. Yeah, and these are the advantages of our platform. It is an fundamental AI research platform for healthcare organizations. It is open and extensive, and it is an enterprise-grade end-to-end AI platform to accelerate AI-assisted research and design. And we offer the professional auto machine learning tools for healthcare research, and we also offered the sophisticated building healthcare assets. And here is some best practice with our collaborators or customers. This is the KeyMed. It is a biotech company. We collaborate to develop the AI models for the pathology detection and identification. And Nexomics, it is also a biotech company. Its main area is about genomics analysis. We collaborate to build the Sequence Analysis Center in Cloud. And this is an academic institute in Chinese Academy of Science. They used our auto machine learning tool in genomic area to they find some new findings in the embryonic development research. And this is also an academic institute. They use our accelerated GRAMAX tools to speed up to improve the efficiency of their scientific research. And also we have collaborated with several research institutes to discover some potentially effective drugs for the antivirus. And now I will introduce you what we have done using the EIHealth platform to do the antivirus work to defend against COVID-19. As the three areas I have introduced before, in the genomics, medical imaging, and drug discovery, we have collaborated with our collaborators to for some to achieve some good works, such as Nexomics, the cloud pipeline for the rapid virus nucleic acid detection, and also the Partner Institute of Computational Biology of CNS. We also collaborate with them to build a one-click cloud service for viral genome analysis. And we collaborate with the Huazhong University of Science and Technology to build a very fast and new AI-assisted diagnosis server using the patient CT images for the COVID-19 identification. And we also use the Huawei-powered ModAs platform to accelerate the city-based AI diagnosis with this institute. And in the drug discovery area, we have this joint team with some research institutes to screen out several possible antivirus drugs, and we have constructed a computer-assisted large-scale drug screening pipelines, and we also announced and released all the virtual screening results and also the homolog modeling results of the key proteins of the COVID virus. And this is some technique blogs and news we have released. This is our official website. And this is the page of our to introduce how we do what we do for the antivirus research and development work in detail. We hope it is a full stack and end-to-end support for the antivirus research and development. As you know, it is very important to know to study the virus itself. So the first thing we think we need to do is for the scientific research on the virus. So we build several pipelines, for example, genomic identification, virus genome assembling, and mutation analysis to accelerate the virus research. And after the pandemic begins or outbreak, many people get affected. So we need to the patient diagnosis to know who and how many people are infected. So we collaborate with several partners and institutes to build the AI-assisted patient diagnosis services. The first is the virus genome detection. The second is the AI-assisted CT patient screening for the virus. Yeah, it is trained by the patient CT images of the lungs to it uses the convolutional neural network to extract the features of the image and to learn whether the patient is infected, and it will also output the probability of the patient to get affected. And after we know who and who got affected, the next thing we need to do is to find some efficient treatment. And so the third part we focus on is the antivirus drug discovery. To support the antivirus drug discovery, we have these 4 services. The first is the virtual drug screening. We can use our pipeline to do a very ultra large scale drug discovery to against maybe 10,000 drugs within 20 minutes, and 1 to 3 million compounds within 1 day. So it is based on Huawei Ascent chip, so it is very fast. And also, besides the drug pathway, to find the most infected drug, we also need to know what the protein of the virus look like. So we have this service to simulate the protein 3D structure using the molecular dynamics simulation service. And we have simulated about 16 virus proteins of the COVID-19, and we have released all the data on our platform. And next is about the drug ADMET prediction. As you know, ADMET prediction, the filter is very important for the drug discovery. This step, it defines whether the drug you find, or maybe whether the small molecular compound you find is like to be a drug or not. It will calculate the scores according to the absorption distributions and the and also some other physical attributes. So and the third service is about the drug toxicity prediction. It is also very important for the drug discovery process. Even if a drug is predicted or it is evidenced by experiment that it can efficiently inhibit a virus protein, but if it has a strong tox, it should be stopped. So the drug toxicity prediction is also a very important step and service in the drug discovery process. And next, after we have a lot of knowledge from the scientific research, patient diagnosis, and the drug discovery, we need to find a way to management or record the knowledge in a good way. So the knowledge graph is also very important. The last part is about the knowledge graph. Using the graph technology, we have built several graphs such as the virus taxonomy and the virus basic information and the virus phylogeny and some antivirus drug map to record this knowledge and make it easy to search from the map and to new information from the map. And this is the login page of our platform for the antivirus page. You can log in the page and it has the antivirus research and design theme page. It lists all the things we can do for different parts as I introduced you in last slide. And next I will introduce some of them in detail. The first is about the genome analysis of virus. We have collaborated with the Shanghai Institute for Biological Sciences of Chinese Academic Science to launch the virus identification cloud service for the COVID-19, and it allowed people to do the service automatically on the cloud, and it will greatly simplify all the process. You just need to use several click and upload the file. It will give you a readable and a PDF report to summary the situation of your input data. And this is the page you need to run the virus genome identification. And let's play it. You can input your job ID and select the input path and also your out path. And then select and it will output the virus abundance of your input data and also give a phylogeny clustering analysis for input data. If your input data have many sequences, it can do a clustering to tell you which cluster of your sequence can be divided into. It can automatically cluster and divide your sequence into different groups. And the detailed steps for the pipeline is like this. You first upload your sequence files, and it will automatically do the quality control to find whether the input file is good or not. If not, it will trim some low quality reads from your file to improve the overall quality. And then it will need to remove some host resource sequence because we think most of the sequence are from human being. So we will first map the sequence file data to the human genome and remove all the human genome data from your sequence to make most of the sequence left belong to the non-human, so that we can do a detailed and sophisticated analysis to detect which virus types the file has. And then we mapped the left reads to all the virus different reference files of the different virus types. It will calculate, it will summary and calculate the which virus has the most highest, such as expression of all the read counts. And then for each virus type, it will give a rank, and then the ranked top one virus, we think it is the most important virus to get the patient affected one. So this is the whole pipeline for the virus genome identification. And still for the virus detection, we have collaborated with the Grand Omics, and we uh, both Huawei Cloud and also Huawei also offered the 5G technology with this company. Using the two technologies, it can do the real-time virus genome detection and analysis. And using the 5G technology, it can allow the cloud computing analysis very rapid and make it reliable. Make it can be done in and transfer data for some isolated areas. For example, some areas they do not have a very good lab with good equipment, but they can rapidly upload their data to the cloud for analysis. And for this is the sequencing equipment. It is used by the Grand Omics company. It is a nanopore based sequencing machine. And the second part I want to introduce you detail is about the AI-assisted diagnosis for COVID-19 using the patient lung CT imaging. It is very fast and can return the doctor's result maybe in seconds, and it can help the doctors to quickly screen the result. Yeah. And this work is collaborative with Huazhong University of Science and Technology, and also collaborate the Lanwang Yun company. And it can combined with the PACS system in hospital, the total time cost for the doctors to upload the image file and the AI inferring and return the report, it will totally cost about 2 minutes. So it is very fast. Yeah, and it will also return the automatic report. Yeah, the doctors do not need to write the report anymore. It just need to do is to check and maybe do some minor modification on the report. And this is the some performance of our model. Previously, for doctor, he or she need to double check or check the because the CT it is a series of images. He or she need to scan many pictures and to find the most important one, and then after finding the most important picture, he or she need to find the maybe most important lesion and to detect based on the lesion. So it costs a lot of time, maybe 12 minutes for a patient. But now, and also the 12 minutes doesn't include the time to write and report. So now the 12 minutes can be reduced to about 30 seconds by the method. And also, using some ground truth data, the sensitivity and specificity scores can both achieved about 0.9, and the segmentation dice coefficient can be about 0.82. And this is the interface. The interface is designed by Lanwang Technology Company. And we also integrate the CT AI assisted patient screenings in our EIHealth platform. It can be viewed in a 2D manner, and after just as we should, after uploading the CT image file, it will very quickly return the lesion detection. It will circle or highlight the lesion areas on the CT files, and it will also do some quantitative analysis for the volumes of the lesion and the summary and the percentage of the lesions in different biological part of the left and right lungs. And finally, it will give a determination such as it is a positive or negative reaction for the file. And also it will give a detailed lesion list table for the image. And the third part is about the drug discovery. We have collaborated with four research team, and we made a joint research team with Huawei Cloud to we screened many, maybe a very large scale of small molecular compounds, and we find some promising antivirus drugs. And luckily and also encouragingly, the lopinavir, we found it ranked very top with the very high binding energy against the most important protease of the SARS-CoV-2. This drug is also encouraged by the protection protocol of Chinese. It is, let me, this is the diagnosis and the treatment protocol for the COVID-19 in Chinese. So we think, maybe the drugs we identify can be potentially effective, and also maybe the pipeline we build are also potentially effective, and can be used in other virus drug development. And we collaborate with the this such as the Xi'an Jiao Tong University and also the Huazhong University of Science and Technology, and also some institutes in Chinese Academy of Sciences. And the drug library, we have chosen 3 drug libraries. The first is about the drug bank. It contains about 8,000 small molecules. Most of them are already passed by the. It is already FDA approved, and some of them are under the clinical study. So most of the drugs we can buy from the the the, the pharmaceutical shops, and so it can be most of the drugs we know the mechanism and the safety issues, and if we find they have some potential effective to against the SARS-CoV-2, they can be quickly used or quickly for tested by clinical experiments. And the second and the third drug libraries are very large scale. The second is from the zinc database. It is about 300. It's about 3 million small compounds, and they are defined to be lead-like. So from the database, if some drugs they are predicted to be potentially effective for the SARS-CoV-2, and they are very promising for the new drug development. And the third drug library is from Unichem. It contains about 1 million or 0.5, 1 billion small molecular compounds. So it is a very, very large compound. And we also screened spike and M-pro proteins, the two most important proteins of the virus, to against the large compound libraries. And all the result has been released on our platform, and hope they can be useful for the researchers or for some pharmaceutical companies to develop the antivirus drug. And before doing the drug virtual screening, we also do the homolog modeling for all the important proteins for the SARS-CoV-2. These are the 16 proteins we have done using the homolog modeling. And after the homolog modeling is based on this, um, um, because now most of the proteins of the SARS-CoV-2, we only know their primary sequence. This is like a line, just a linear sequence. But if you want to find some effective drugs against them, you also need to know the 3D structures for the proteins. But now, using the critical experiment or some EM tech to detect the 3D structures, only two proteins are defined by the experimental way. The first is M-pro, the second is spike, and for other 12 or more proteins, since the experiment will take a long time, so homolog modeling is also a very efficient way to get the result in a short time. And to make the 3D structures of the predict structures more precisely, we also need to do some molecular dynamics way. Just use the Huawei accelerated GROMACS version to fine-tune or to increase the quality of the predicted 3D structures of the virus. And then got all the protein structures, you can think they are like the target, and they have different species on the surface of the proteins, and we need to find a good small molecules to target or to fit the surface of the proteins. So we collect tens or millions or maybe more, such as maybe 1 billion of the compounds to screen these compounds against the proteins. And using Huawei SN chip, all this can be screened very fast. And totally, if you run the screening in a normal using a normal equipment, maybe it will take you months. But we can now to accelerate all the process. We use a lot of computing efforts to accelerate it, and now it can be the time cost can be reduced to hours. And this is the uh, detailed operation page for the virtual screening, drug virtual screening. You can click the AutoDock option and select the drugs you want to screen, and also get set your job ID. And then it will output the docking result of your protein and the small molecular interaction, and also do some GROMACS way to make your result more precisely. And last part is about the knowledge graph. We have collaborated with Computer Science College of Zhejiang Universities and to build the knowledge graph from several different aspects, such as for the basic information knowledge graph and also for the phylogenetic knowledge graph. Let us know how the virus evolve and which subgroup they belongs, and also use some NLP technology and to read the articles or some public research papers automatically to collect and summary the antivirus drug into a knowledge graph. Yeah, and so we list all the key information of the SARS-CoV-2 and some other virus, and list their phylogeny, key features, and potential antivirus drugs and druggable targets for in these knowledge graphs. And since the COVID-19 pandemic, we from the February to now we have done maybe this work, and we also broadcast our works in news from the February the 2nd to February, the last day of the February. And during the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, in collaborations with partners, universities, and institutes, we EIHealth team quickly developed a number of tools and services to fight the virus, and powered by Huawei Cloud. We built these tools for the virus genome identification and virus virtual drug screening and the AI-assisted CT patient screening, and also to produce the knowledge graph. And And there have been a lot of achievements reported in China regarding the fighting COVID-19 with Huawei Cloud. There have been videos, infographics, news, press release, and success stories, live broadcasts, and other more. We have already got about 13 million more reads and 80 million more views. And because medical research and design is a process, it requires some very high technology skills and complex services and long periods. We hope that AI and computer-aided technologies can help experts in the medical field to accelerate the research and development process. And we, Huawei Cloud EIHealth team, will continue to provide powerful and strong AI computing power and algorithms for virus genome computing analysis, antivirus drug research and development, and also epidemic medical image analysis. So thank you. That's all for my report. Thanks. Thank you for listening. Does anybody have some questions so that we can discuss about it? Okay, let me check. Oh, for the drug discovery area, which step and progress has Huawei Cloud already achieved? For how many drugs, how many model computing and algorithms we have done? Okay, thank you. This is a very interesting and important question. For the drug discovery area, we now, because drug discovery is we think it is a very high-tech area. Now, drug discovery, it needs, besides the medical experts and the drug experts, it also needs the computational and algorithm tech experts, because drug discovery is a data-driven and science-based area. And also omics and genomics data is a very important source for the drug discovery. The omics data can be used to represent the patient or the animal models or cell lines they used. So we have released two algorithms, AI algorithms, specially designed for the genomics part. The first is the autogenome. The second is the autoomics. Both of them are specially designed for the data type of the genomics data. Because unlike the image or sound or video data, genomics data, especially the omics data, they are non-Euclidean. So the features, the similarity, or the distance between the features cannot be calculated or determined in an Euclidean way. So traditional AutoML algorithms cannot be directly applied for them. For that, we have designed a specially deep learning neural network unit specially suitable for the omics and genomics data. Yeah, that's for, and we also make the pipelines in an automatic way, so the medical experts or doctors or researchers in pharmaceutical companies, they just need to upload the omics data of your file and also set the target you like, and how the features and target can be connected. It can be done using the auto-omics and auto-genome. It will automatically give you the best AI-based deep learning models for your data. And using this model, you can use it to predict on other data. Yeah, it is also very effective for the drug discovery. And the second question, in the knowledge graph analysis, for now, how many dimension of data for the drugs we can get? Okay, so the knowledge graph, I think the data, uh, as this question referred, I think, and the data dimension is very important to building a knowledge graph, especially in medical area. Knowledge graph, it needs to be very precise and need to be true. It cannot be directly extracted um, from too many sources of data. So there are already some structured and well arranged data in the public database or some academic database. The Zhejiang University, the academic institutes can download all this data directly, and we will offer our knowledge graph pipeline capacities and platform with Zhejiang University to build this, to help them arrange and info and constructed knowledge graph. And also, we are trying to use some natural language processing algorithms to automatically read the papers, such as from the public abstracts. We want to find some relationships or maybe some normal relationships between the drug and the virus, or the interactions between the target proteins of the virus, or the interaction between the virus. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's all. Thank you again. Thanks very much for listening. Thank you.